Greetings. My name is Ruhi Ahmed, representing the India-Canada Friendship Circle, or else known as ICFC. ICFC is a Canadian registered nonprofit organization that was established in Ottawa in 2004. ICFC is a nonpartisan, non-religious entity bringing together Canadians having an interest in India, as well as helping to raise awareness of both Canada and India through prominent speakers and experts in a variety of fields. The support of the High Commission of India in Canada and the wider Canadian community has been invaluable to the work of ICFC. ICFC is a purely volunteer-driven organization built up from the grassroots, focusing on education and building bonds of friendship. As we celebrate Canada's 150th anniversary and beyond, this video is dedicated to all our volunteers, founding board members, supporters and speakers, past, present, and future, who have all made ICFC a possibility. ICFC is a multidisciplinary organization where we have covered a wide range of topics. To name a few, we've covered the environment, drug manufacturing in the pharmaceutical industry, maternal newborn care, dyeing cottage industries, textiles manufacturing. We've also had art and cultural historians fly all the way from India to address our forum. We've had parliamentarians and diplomats talk about important topics in international relations and trade. And on the lighter side, we've covered some fun topics like Bollywood, or we had a tasting of South Indian cuisine, and we had a reading from a book that was turned into a play. ICFC has something to offer everyone, and we encourage you to join us. I joined ICFC for personal and educational purposes. As a Canadian born and raised in Ottawa, ICFC was like a vehicle that brought me closer to my parents' cultural roots and their generation who founded this organization, from whom I learned so much. For me, ICFC represents a diversity of ideas.
For decades, India and Canada have had long-standing bilateral relations, built on a shared tradition of democracy and a strong bond between its people. They also have strong cultural ties, including an audiovisual co-production agreement. This allows producers to combine their resources and create audiovisual productions that create jobs and economic growth in both countries.
Yeah, it looked as if it was down, didn't it? It was in, it was out, it was in again, it was out, and then at last he got it.
Hi, my name is Jim Watson. I'm Mayor of the City of Ottawa, and I'm very pleased to be one of the guest speakers at the event that's taking place at the Hilton by the Ottawa Airport. So thank you for the opportunity to talk about India and Canada and our important trading relationship. I was meeting with members of the Indo-Canadian community some time ago, and they suggested we should lead a delegation to India. So I announced the India trade delegation 2 years ago in my State of the City address, and we were able to attract close to 40 business leaders, tourism leaders, educators to lead our delegation last year to India, and it was a tremendous success. We signed tens of millions of dollars in contracts that helped to benefit job creation right here in Ottawa as well as India. So trade has to be a win-win situation, and this was a very successful trade mission. I think organizations like the ICFC play an important role. Certainly we will be leading another delegation at some point in the near future to India, and obviously we want input from all local groups that have a connection and expertise with India and welcome their participation to suggest businesses and individuals that should be on the trade delegation. And certainly, from my perspective, the India-Canada Friendship Circle, we'd love to have them more involved in our trade delegation, whether it's bringing delegates along with us and the other business leaders, or certainly sending the word out to the Indo-Canadian community and those members of the broader community that want to deal with this massive population that's located in India. So thank you to the ICFC for hosting this seminar. I encourage people to get involved, volunteer. Volunteers are the heart and soul of any organization, including the ICFC. And thank you for bringing us together to learn a little bit more about India and opportunities for job creation, economic development. I very much appreciate the volunteer board of directors and all of the people who put this event on to make it the success I know it will be. So thank you very much.
Canada and India enjoy a strategic partnership in areas of foreign policy, trade and investment, and energy. They are innovating together in the field of science, signing the Nuclear Cooperation Agreement and the Science and Technology Agreement. To shine a light on this amazing partnership, one Canadian organization brings into focus a variety of issues: the India-Canada Friendship Circle.
Wishing you great joy and happiness as Canada turns 150. This is a special year for us too, as our independent India turns a young 70. Both our dynamic democracies have a great future. This is my strong belief. I would also like to take this opportunity to warmly congratulate the ICFC for having carried forth the torch of friendship all these years. May you grow from strength to strength.
I'm very passionate about going to lectures, and the speakers somehow always inspire me with their knowledge and their experiences. And I thought it was a good idea to start an organization where we can invite these speakers who are so talented and are locally available also, to have them talk about different aspects of India and Canada.
Actually, this organization started at the same kitchen table.
One of the primary goals has been to be a forum in Ottawa where people who care about India and also think that Canada should be better informed about India have a place to come together. And the range of topics we cover in our speakers has been very impressive.
And then we have many Indian and Canadian diplomats and people who are traveling, and then politicians, so that they are enlightened and they get to know, what India and how important Indian and Canadian friendship is.
Hi, I'm Alexis Ashford from Habitat for Humanity Greater Ottawa. I was an ICFC speaker in 2015 sharing our Habitat for Humanity Greater Ottawa program. This resulted in volunteer interest in our program. Habitat for Humanity builds in India and builds simple, decent and affordable housing with low-income families. We also have a Global Village program that sends volunteers to build in India and to build around the world. And I'd like to thank the Board of Directors and the volunteers at ICFC for your continued support of Habitat for Humanity Greater Ottawa. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Stephen Inglis, and I had the opportunity to present to the India-Canada Friendship Circle in 2005 and again in 2010. The first time on my work and my research in India with calendar artists and cinema artists of the 20th century, and the second time on my work as curator of the Maharaja exhibit at the Art Gallery of Ontario in Toronto. And both those were very pleasant experiences, because I've learned that people in this organization are really dedicated to understanding between India and Canada, and they give their volunteer time in this effort, and it's very much appreciated by those of us who work in this area. Someday I'd love to bring some information and experiences from my recent work in the northern part of Canada, and look forward to more contact and to more friendship with this organization. Thank you.
My name is Mohammed Azhar Ali Khan, and I live in Ottawa. In 2013, I was invited by the India-Canada Friendship Circle to to speak on a subject of my choice. Now, the center deals with a great many issues that concern people on a global scale. But I chose to speak on India and Pakistan and their relations. And I think people in Canada, India, Pakistan, and everywhere should be using their good offices to promote better relations between the two countries and to deal with other issues that concern people the world over.
Well, ICFC for me is holding hands, forming a charmed, magical circle where the cultures of my two homes, my ancestral and my adopted home, can meet and chat.
I think the ICFC is incredible because it has this unique community of people who have vast and deep-rooted ties to India, but also decades upon decades of experience in Canada for debate and discussion about topics relevant to both countries.
Hi, I am Santosh Shail. Back in 2008, I designed the animated logo for ICFC's website, inspired by its mission to encourage dialogue on India. For me, this friendship circle signifies an endearing, continuous and everlasting relationship between Canada and India, sharing the same human values.
It is with great pleasure, and on behalf of the Royal Commonwealth Society of Ottawa, that I would like to congratulate President Rui Ahmed and the India-Canada Friendship Circle on your celebration of the 150th anniversary of Canada. India is an outstanding country. India and Canada together represent a natural and wonderful partnership in many areas for the mutual betterment of both nations. In this, the Indian community in Canada has made an immeasurably positive and permanent impact as we share commitment and our collaboration in building a strong future together. Again, it is a great pleasure that I congratulate ICFC on the 150th anniversary of Canada.
Hello, I am Vikas, Swarup, the High Commissioner of India to Canada, and I'm delighted to welcome all of you to this fantastic event commemorating 150 years of the Canadian Confederation. Today is a very special day for us because we are joined by the Mayor of Ottawa, the first citizen, Mayor Jim Watson, who has been such a tremendous supporter of closer partnership between India and Ottawa and India and Canada, and it's wonderful to hear from him his own impressions of the fantastic business delegation that he led to India last year. I also want to commend all the members of ICFC, all the volunteers who have worked day and night to make this event a success. It is really people like you who help ensure that the partnership between India and Canada, the two largest democracies in the world, remains strong and stronger. The primary job of the High Commission of India and Canada is to promote more intensive interaction between India and Canada in all fields imaginable, whether it is academics, where Indian universities talking to Canadian universities, or business, where Indian business persons are doing deals with their Canadian counterparts, or in any other field, our scientists working together, our researchers doing joint research. The idea really is to promote greater trade, greater interaction, greater friendship and greater cooperation between India and Canada. So when we see organizations which are doing exactly this kind of a work, it makes our job that much easier. And the ICFC is exactly that kind of an organization whose own mandate is exemplified by its title, India-Canada Friendship Circle. So my job as High Commissioner is to continually increase the circle of friends of India and Canada, and ICFC's job is exactly that. It is looking at it from the Canadian perspective, I'm looking at it from the Indian perspective, and we have an exact meeting of minds. We are both on the same page. So I really welcome and applaud the efforts of ICFC and wish that we have many more similar organizations which can help expand the mandate of the High Commission. I would also like to take this opportunity to invite those who have not yet joined the ICFC formally to consider doing so. ICFC is a tremendous organization. It's an entirely volunteer-driven effort, but which serves to bring India and Canada closer to each other, connect these two democracies, and bring the culture, cuisine, heritage, and history of India closer to Canada. So I look forward to having all of you join the ICFC so that next year we can have an even bigger event.
event.